fires, quakes, and famine. How the deep state weaponizes nature, energy, and food to control the world. In today's world, the battlefield has shifted. No longer are wars declared with bombs or borders. Now they are waged silently through environmental catastrophe, economic sabotage, and technological domination. From engineered wildfires and artificial earthquakes to land grabs and food monopolies, the deep state has refined its methods of global control, deploying advanced technologies, private capital, and psychological operations to subjugate populations and bend sovereign nations to its will. The tools of this new warfare are sophisticated and decentralized. Microwave weapons, satellite-based energy beams, low Earth orbit surveillance systems, and perhaps most dangerously, global monopolization of agriculture and food supply chains. Burning selectively, the Maui and California wildfire precedents. The case of the 2023 Maui wildfires should serve as a warning to all. Entire communities were erased, families lost everything. Yet strangely, the lavish estates of billionaires like Larry Ellison and Oprah Winfrey remained untouched. These were not mere anomalies, but part of a repeatable pattern already observed in California, where destructive fires conveniently spared the compounds of elite figures, some of whom even had private fire departments and insurance settlements measured in hundreds of millions. Ordinary people were left homeless. The land, scorched and devalued, became ripe for purchase by investment groups and real estate developers linked to the same class of people whose properties had miraculously survived. Coincidence or convenient outcome? The silent arsenal, HARP, Starlink, and directed energy weapons. The question of how such destruction can be so selective brings us into the realm of geoengineering and militarized weather manipulation. At the center stands HARP, the High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, originally a U.S. military venture. While publicly described as a tool for studying the ionosphere, HARP has long been suspected of having capabilities to alter weather patterns, create droughts, and even induce seismic activity using focused electromagnetic frequencies. These capabilities are now complemented, or perhaps enhanced, by Elon Musk's Starlink satellite constellation. With thousands of satellites in low Earth orbit, Starlink is not merely an internet provider. With its growing military contracts and dual-use potential, it represents a space-based infrastructure that can direct energy, conduct surveillance, and potentially operate directed energy weapons, DWs, capable of igniting fires or destabilizing tectonic plates. This is no longer science fiction. Both the US and China have openly tested such weapons on drones and naval targets. If they can disable a missile in midair, is it inconceivable that they could set ablaze dry brushlands or target specific energy grids? Turkey and the earthquake that spoke volumes. In early 2023, a massive earthquake rocked Turkey and Syria, killing tens of thousands. In the hours and days that followed, strange lights were seen in the sky, a phenomenon known as earthquake lights, often linked to electromagnetic disturbances in the ionosphere. Given Turkey's increasingly independent geopolitical stance, its refusal to bow to NATO pressure, and its rising engagement with the BRICS bloc, is it truly unthinkable that it became the target of hybrid warfare, using the Earth itself as a weapon? The U.S. military possesses ionospheric heating technology and the know-how to direct atmospheric energy into precise regions. When paired with a geopolitical motive, technological capability becomes political action. From fire to famine, the final weapon is food. But perhaps the most insidious strategy in the deep state's toolkit is not just the destruction of property. It is the control of food itself. In recent years, billionaires like Bill Gates have quietly become the largest private owners of farmland in the United States. This is not a side hobby. It is a calculated move. Gates' land portfolio spans hundreds of thousands of acres, much of it in key agricultural states, land that grows wheat, corn, soy, and other staple crops. And it doesn't stop with the U.S. Elite investment firms are buying up farmland across Africa, South America, and Eastern Europe, locking down global food production and shifting control away from nations and farmers, and into the hands of private technocrats and corporate boards. Why? Because, as Henry Kissinger famously stated, who controls the food supply controls the people. Who controls the energy can control whole continents. Who controls money can control the world. This is not just a quote, it is a roadmap. Today, all three pillars, food, energy, and finance, are being consolidated into the grip of a global elite. Through climate manipulation, energy weaponry, currency destabilization, and corporate land ownership, the deep state enforces its will not through direct rule, but through infrastructure dependency. The fires destroy land. The governments go into debt to recover. The food production falters. The aid comes with strings attached. And in the end, sovereignty is traded away, acre by acre, crop by crop, crisis by crisis. Conclusion: the real war is already here. We are in the midst of a new world war, one fought not with armies but with algorithms, not with tanks but with frequencies, not in the open but in the shadows. The deep state has mastered the art of plausible deniability, engineering nature itself to serve its geopolitical ambitions. Whether it's fires that know where not to burn, earthquakes that strike strategic foes, or land acquisitions hidden behind humanitarian fronts, the evidence is mounting. We are being attacked in slow motion. The question is no longer if. It is how long we will pretend this is all just coincidence.